The influence or power, more in political terms, is the ability to do things, to cooperate, to commit, to obtain obedience or acceptance, to remove obstacles. Influence requires the response from others, so you need a long-term perspective. To influence others is not something immediate. You cannot send your CV and expect that somebody will respond immediately. Influence is not neutral. When you try to influence someone, you are not neutral. So you have to treat others with responsibility. Even if you're seeking for a job, you have to treat others the same way you would like to be treated. Personal belongs to each person. It's what we call the individual capital. And it's based on knowledge, skills, know-how, reputation, priorities, attractiveness. Possessional capital is what we call social capital. Depends on the position you're having, the place within an organization, the job definition. The tactics of power is the way you use your political capital, how you use your influence. And you have push tactics. Push tactics is based on hierarchy, on stick and carrot. Sometimes it's just avoiding to take a decision. Pull tactics is when you use motivation, you use reasoning, you use building personal relationship. Networking is a verb, so it reflects action. So somehow networking is a way of committing political capital into action. It is advisable to do it throughout your whole career. It gives you timely access to critical information. It helps your memory, it helps you understand surroundings, analyze situations. Networking is also a way to disseminate and align ideas. You have a vision, you have ideas, you have behaviors that you want to be spread, and through networking, this can be done spontaneously. And finally, I have found that networking is a source of enrichment. It develops transversal skills, and these transversal skills are often very interesting. Recreate being close, do small gestures, being available, even if there is a geographical or time zone distance. Inquire about a person's family, interests, concerns. Acknowledge when someone is right or going through a difficult time. Smile in passing. So be close and pay attention to small things. People is very sensitive to their attention. And you want to pay attention to someone who is reliable, who is professional, who takes commitments seriously. Because then you know that this person will be around in a while. The worst thing, the worst behavior as someone that receives many job applications is to be impatient. People that 3 days later tell you, well, I did send you my email and you haven't responded so far. And how come? You're not professional, no? And this kind of anxiety very often shows lack of self-assurance, makes your interest very evident. So be patient. But I think the best and most important weapon for networking is empathy. Okay? It's not how intelligent you are, how many interesting things you say. The most important thing is empathy. And empathy means recognizing the emotions experienced by others. Attention is very powerful. Pure observation often is a source of transformation. The fact that you look without saying anything, but you understand exactly what is happening, what this person is saying, there is nothing more difficult than attention. And it's not very often what you say, it's how you say things. You have to deliver difficult messages sincerely from the center with empathy and compassion. And it is sometimes a difficult message when you go and tell someone, I want a job in this company, and unfortunately I understand that you have many other applicants. No? What is violent and what is non-violent? Interestingly, irony is considered as violent communication. Omission, ambiguity is considered as violent communication. Failing to recognize the situation of the other one is considered to be violent communication. I'm not interested. You're talking to the human resources manager of a company. I'm not interested in you. I just want you to look at my CV, to do a very good interview, and to tell me that I'm the best applicant. Okay? Try to understand his circumstances, because that kind of behavior otherwise is a violent one. Never try to just send the same CV with the same cover letter to absolutely different companies, a bank, same as Google, same as startup, and you say to yourself, I've sent 100 mails with 100 CVs, with 100 cover letters. If they're all the same, if this is not targeted, it's useless. It's useless. Probably it is useless.